Revered Swami Suhitananda Ji Maharaj, Revered Swamijis on the dais, and the Revered Swamijis who are listening to us, and the devotees who have come to participate in this great function. I was closely following the discussion of my previous speaker. One powerful sentence of Swamiji is in my mind. That is his prophecy about the Master and his incarnation. The new dispensation of the age is the source of great good to the whole world, especially to India. And the inspirer of this dispensation is Sri Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, who is the reformed and remodeled manifestation of all the past great epoch makers of religion. That is how Swamiji has brought Sri Ramakrishna to us. Sri Ramakrishna brought Swamiji and all his disciples to him at Dakshineshwar. Sri Ramakrishna himself had a mission, and that is to help every soul to realize God. God realization was the only subject that the Master spoke. He said that is the highest reward for a human being. So he talked only about that. He instilled those ideals only in his disciples, and whoever came to him, he infused this realization into them. Not only the monastics, monastic Swami Vivekananda and other monastic brothers, they were brought by the Master. There were 31 household disciples. They were also brought by the Master. And these disciples, they have formed themselves a big force in the country, transmitting the Master's message to everybody. Sri Ramakrishna had filled their heart with that realization, and they in turn talked about him and his mission to everybody. Even the household disciples, they had nothing else to talk in the course of their life. Many of them lived a long life. They spoke only of the Master. There was no other subject. Girish Chandra Ghosh was a very mighty intellectual. He was not willing to even to take the name of God once. The Master consoled him, "Don't worry, I will do it for you." There was another devotee. He wanted the Master to save him, Kalipada Ghosh. He saved him, but he gave him a mantram. He wrote the mantram in the tongue of Kalipada Ghosh, saying, "I know if I tell you, you will not repeat. By the force of this mantram, and by the force of what I do, your tongue will repeat this mantram always." These were the people who propagated the Sri Ramakrishna culture, Sri Ramakrishna cult, whether it is in Bharanagar Mutt or Alambasar Mutt or here. Sri Ramakrishna, when he was carrying we are sitting at the headquarters at the Bellur Mutt. It is a very special place. It's a very holy place. It is here that Sri Swami Vivekananda brought the relics of the Master on his head from Nilambar Babu's garden house. While carrying it in his head, he was in tears, remembering what the master had told him. Naren, wherever you carry me on your shoulders, I will go and abide myself there. Remembering that, the master Swamiji was in tears, and he has brought the master here. So the master is here. This place is a place of tirtha for everybody, as you see, as you are able to see, people all over, the people from all over the world come here in thousands on occasions like this, and ordinary ways also, because the master is here. Everyone who comes here will get that spirit of the master. They carry home Sri Ramakrishna. That is the greatness of this place. Ramakrishna mission centers are doing the same thing. What the great master's disciples were doing, propagating the message of their master. Now it is the Ramakrishna mission centers who are doing it constantly. They have no other job. The social activities, it is not social activities. It is worshipping Narayana. That is what the master told us. That is what Swamiji told us. For Swamiji, no individual was a man. He said, to whom the ignorant call man, he is my God. So that is the message, that is the philosophy the master and Swamiji has given us, and we are doing in the Ramakrishna mission centers worship of Narayana. Gandhiji has taken up this term, Daridra Narayana. We are worshipping the Lord through our activities all over the world. And you people, those who are in charge of the Bhava Prachara Parishad, those who are working for that, you are also now doing it. The same thing that the Ramakrishna mission does, the same thing that the great master's disciples were doing. You know, the great master's disciples, you have to settle down to study them, the impact of their life. They have created a revolution in the country. They have created the revolution. Mahapurushji, Sivananda Swamiji, Brahmananda Swamiji, and the Premananda Swamiji, they were all here. Here they have started the revolution of spreading the spiritual ideal, and they have inspired hundreds of people. And it is that work of the great master's disciples that is carrying us, that is giving us the impetus. They are giving us strength. That is going on. Ramakrishna Bhava Prachara Parishad. It was revered President Maharaj, Swami Veereshwarananda Maharaj, who started it, and all of us are continuing it. All of us are part of it, and we are carrying the same thing. We are carrying the same message. We have to carry it to everybody. But only thing is, we have to remember them. We remember the master. Remember Swamiji. Remember the great disciples of the master. Look at the amount of work Swamiji has done in the world. Of course, the master had given him a work. Swamiji himself said, "My Guru has given me a mission in life, and that is for the regeneration of my motherland, and nothing less." That work he did. Vivekananda did that work only, and that work is still going on. Although if you open your eyes and see the world outside, in India outside, you will see that his work of the regeneration of the motherland is still going on. That's how Sri Ramakrishna Bhava Prachara. Perhaps he has done the most effectively, and still doing it. Swamiji, we don't think that Sri Ramakrishna has passed away and gone. No, he is with us. The master's disciples knew he was with them. Swamiji himself was very sure that Sri Ramakrishna was with him always and guiding his activities. Sri Ramakrishna was always with them. When his disciples were starving in the Baranagar Math and Alambasar Math, he prompted some of his household disciples, look here, my boys are doing tapas, they are trying to realize God and they are starving. It is Sri Ramakrishna is living. He is a living reality. He is a living God in everywhere, in all our activities, in our heart. He is living. We have to keep him alive in our heart by meditating, by reading, and we have to keep alive the memories of the Master by reading our literature. The most enlightened literature in the world that we can get is Ramakrishna Mission literature, Vivekananda's works. As Swamiji himself advocated the study of his letters, we have to study. Swamiji said that he will not cease to work. He will go on working until, look at the ambition of the person. I shall go on working till the whole world comes to know that it is one with God. That work is going on. These are all part of it. We are all part of his work. And the Swamiji is there. And he prompts them, he gives them practical guidance. We have to realize God through our work. Our self-conscious activity. Our activities must be made self-conscious. Self-conscious activities. Our meditation. Swamiji himself was a born meditator. He was a dhyana siddha. Meditation was so natural to him. Anyway, wherever he sits alone in a good atmosphere, he meditates. Thousand Island Park, one day he went for a walk. And there at the Sandoran River, that island, there was a very big tree. Seeing that he was inspired, he went and sat below that and soon went into meditation and a deep meditation, and then rained, and the disciples there knew that Swamiji had gone for a walk and it was raining, he may get drenched. So they sent umbrellas here and there, and they found him sitting at the foot of a tree. Rain came, he did not know, got fully drenched, and the people who went with umbrellas, they held the umbrella above him. He was a man of meditation. So those culture of Swamiji we have to imbibe. May the Master, who is presiding over our activities, who is seated in our heart, guide us to gain all these sublime qualities, spiritual qualities, so that the realization of God comes to us surely in this very life. Thank you all.